Hello everyone, it's Liam Catterson here with another episode of the X-Files. It's episode number 13 of season 2. So yeah, very eerie stuff, that last episode, especially in terms of that person who was a detective, and how there was a bit of history in regards to her family. So yeah, especially with that killer, and how there was certain kinds of traits that were passed, well, it skipped a generation, didn't it, but it still passed on to her, and it was quite the tragic especially with the fact that she was already pregnant as well. So yeah, but it was quite interesting. So yeah, why don't we get into this episode of the X-Files? It's episode 13 of this season. Let's go. Kind of expecting something to happen in regards to Jennifer's body, and yeah.
Such a beautiful girl.
It's giving eerie vibes, I'm not gonna lie.
Working.
At this hour.
He's eerie. He's eerie. Nah, he's not. What the fuck? He's got scissors. He's gonna aim for the jugular.
I can report you. Just go on.
Oh, maybe not.
Get out of here.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay. I mean, does it dismiss the fact that he is a fucked up piece of shit? Hey, I had the eerie vibes when he walked in, anyways, and yeah.
Down at the Mutual UFO Network. You know Andy.
No, I don't.
Well, he knows you.
Why'd you call MUFON?
I wanted to see if there'd been much UFO activity in the area.
You think this grave was unearthed by aliens?
Boy!
Well, it
And busted, but you won't find any record of that. Tends to be bad for business when those kind of stories get around.
You're saying some human's been doing this.
Some freak.
If you want to call them that.
Yeah.
You okay, Scully?
Yeah.
How can you do something like this and be human?
This Redskins, Scully. 40-yard line in the Hubert H. Humphrey Metrodome. You and me.
Alright. Taking her to a sports game?
Have you lived in the Twin Cities area long, Mr. Faster?
I grew up here.
Mr. Ficcicello feels very strongly about religious backgrounds. He prides himself on the honesty of his employees.
He knew that because he did.
Put that on the application.
Yo.
I'll attach a little note.
Thank you.
He knew that though already, didn't he?
From the third one, the fingernails were pulled out with what looks like a pair of needle-nose pliers.
Oh, this is really shaking her.
Only memo to everyone in this office.
They'll keep their doors unlocked here. This is going to scare them.
All right, well,
Well, why would you? Why would you keep your doors unlocked
Why do you
anywhere?
want to alarm folks if this guy only preys on dead people?
Because his compulsion is growing. He may resort to homicide to procure his corpses.
Yeah.
Once he gets to take...
Towards this action. Once he begins to murder, it is the killing that draws attention away from a deeper motive. A motive which most people, including law enforcement professionals, dare not imagine. It is somehow easier to believe, as Agent Fox does, in aliens and UFOs than in the kind of cold-blooded, inhuman monster who could prey on the living to scavenge from the dead.
Yeah, hey. That's a statement, isn't it?
You have any heat in here? It's freezing.
The forced air unit is broken. I'd like to run you a bath.
Oh my, no. No, no, no.
Is your hair treated?
What?
Yeah, what kind of question is that?
Do you need a shampoo for chemically treated hair?
Oh my god.
What kind of sick freak are you?
Yeah, you should have probably kept your door closed.
God.
Mr. Faster?
Yes.
The shit.
Wonderful news.
got no words. Oh my.
I need a minute.
Hey,
Oh.
take a look.
Like, sure, I'm glad that we are getting some focus on Scully, but not like this in terms of like how, like, her, like she's just going, understandably, she's just going through it mentally, and this is all just so much for her. He needs locking away.
Well, I just wanted to tell you, if we're ever not home, we always leave the back door open here.
No, you don't want to say that to him!
When a body ceases to function, the cause of the effect can be clearly reconstructed. A body has a story to tell.
You can see how shaken she is.
An immersion in a cold environment, most likely water.
With the ice, with
For
the
the record,
kind of
it
ice
is
cold
also my
bath.
opinion that outside of child homicide, which may be more tragic and heinous, this is one of the most angry and dehumanizing murders imaginable.
It is fucked up. It
Look
is
at each
so
man
monstrous
carefully.
and so sickening.
Pathologies. This kind of a monster isn't made overnight. He's been developing this fetish for years.
The necessity of the
Yo.
story, the myth, in a culture is almost universal.
He needs
We
locking
think of
away
myths as
and
things
buried
that
deep in the sea.
entertain, or what Freud would describe as death wish imaginings.
And it seems like there is that pattern of blonde-haired characters. Like, yeah, blonde-haired women go. He's going. I don't know.
I'm in your mythology
That's
class.
3 out of 3. I'm sure of it. That.
My name.
What the? What the? Oh my god.
911 call came in from a security officer who saw it happen. She hurt him pretty bad. Yeah, he's definitely our
Just
guy.
having that. Nope.
Who got him?
Just
Working girl.
having that
They're all
nightmare.
carrying-
Oh no! Oh no!
Mulder, can I have a minute with you?
No! Scully.
I think it's a good idea. I just don't want you to think you have to hide anything from me. I've seen agents with 20 years field experience fall apart on cases like this. I have.
It is.
I'm fine. I can handle
It is heinous. It is fucked up. I love how he was just being there for her.
Where? Ladies dropped the charges against you. They're letting you out as soon as you talk to a psychiatric social worker.
Shit. No, keep him in. Keep him in. Let him be there for the rest of time.
and terrible cases, you think you can look into the face of pure evil. And then you find yourself paralyzed by it.
Oh.
Are you aware that you've been talking about yourself in the second person?
Especially.
No. Was I?
Do you know why?
This is all down to her being abducted.
Oh.
Is it your partner? Is there a problem with trust?
No. I trust him as much as anyone.
Oh. Oh.
I trust him with my life.
Can you talk to him about that?
I don't want him to feel like he has to protect me.
He's just gonna be there for you no matter what, though.
I know you lost your
Feel. I want that faith back. I need it back.
This is just breaking my heart, Scully.
No, Scully?
No, I'm coming back tonight.
I'm worried for Scully.
Look, I know this is a pretty horrific case, but if...
I'm okay with it, Mulder. Anyway, you could use my help.
Always.
Oh.
Bill.
It's just not here.
Biggest human here.
Uh-huh. Ah! What the sh... Fuck! He's repulsive. Oh my goodness. Oh my
She should be here.
shit.
He was off the road. It looks like a white car. Get one of your men and get a sample of this paint and get it on the plane to Washington. If we hurry and we're lucky, we can get a make and model of the car by morning. We're gonna find her.
Can't do this shit again.
Nothing registered
Those
to Donald
visions.
faster. Right. Right.
I mean, to be fair, it is very metaphorical, isn't it?
Paint is called
He is a monster.
Speech. They managed to spot Elvis in 3 cities across America every day, but no one saw a pretty woman being forced off the road in her rental car.
He could have taken her any place. How are we going to find her?
Yeah. Well,
I mean, that's it though. It's going through his mind as well. Like,
as nasty
concern
as it
for
might sound,
Scully.
The mother lives in Boca Raton, Florida. Correction. She used to live there. She died a year ago.
As I suspected. I mean, you could still
Does she have
be.
a car registered to her?
Yeah. It doesn't necessarily have to be alive for his resentment for her to still
Late
stand.
model, white.
Shit.
Don't be afraid.
Oh my god. I was gonna say, like, it. I could see this being metaphorical.
Hey, out, girly girl.
Come on, Scully. Come on, Scully. Oh my. This is. I need Scully to
I know
absolutely
this
waste
house,
him.
girl.
Nice.
Hands in the air! Hands in the air!
Yeah. Lie down, you bastard.
Let me get some paramedics here now.
Oh.
Of the imagination, but our fear of the everyday, of the lurking stranger, and the sound of footfalls
Just never
on
know
the
what
stairs,
goes on in their
the fear of
heads.
violent death and the primitive impulse to survive are as frightening as any X-file, as real as the acceptance that it could happen to you.
Yep. Some shows do this, where humans could just be as monstrous as, you know, anything out there in terms of, like, especially if you're dealing with a supernatural show or something like that. Humans can become the bigger monsters. The Master even said on Doctor Who once upon a time ago, human race greatest monsters of them all. And of course you can attribute that as a, okay, typical villain. Sometimes humans can be the biggest monsters of them all. There are, like... This... Like, it is so great to have a show talk about the capabilities, because it is real. It is very, very... Like, people like Donnie are very much real, and it's very, very scary. So... And of course, you got Mulder and Scully investigating what, you know, the unknown, the supernatural, the idea of life going beyond this earth and all of that. And, you know, it's all well and good and all. But to have something so human, well, you can't even call him human. Because that's it, though. These people are not human. These sick bastards who do something like this, they are monsters. So, but it's very real. Like I said, it's a thing that can happen in the real world, and it's scary and it's haunting. And even that closing speech from Mulder is very, very valid. It can happen because you just don't know what goes on inside people's heads, and it can be very, very haunting. And this episode was definitely uncomfortable, but yeah. Well, I'd say well-written stuff in my opinion, but of course very uncomfortable. So yeah, this was a really good episode, but of course, over the course of this episode, you're just gonna feel all kinds of discomfort, and yeah. It was as the episode went on, especially with him. Especially with him approaching every person that would become a victim of his. And it was there did seem to be this inevitability he would be focused on Scully in terms of kidnapping her. But like I said, it was just disturbing as the episode went on, because it was disturbing from the very get-go, but you don't want him to impact anyone else. You want him dealt with as soon as possible. And yeah. But it was just very, very I'd say especially with this episode coming not long after Scully was abducted, it was a real interesting call in a sense, because of the fact that that's it though. It is so recent for Scully, but it's also the fact that she is facing the reality of she's tying her own. I'd say there seems to be a tie-in with her own abduction that happened recently and things done to her, and her trying to move past that, but facing a fear that can happen in terms of how there are going to be some men out there who are just going to be very predatory, who are just going to be very, very vulgar, and It is just really, really heartbreaking just to see Scully go through like that in the final 10 minutes. You're kind of imagining that she would, I guess, somehow escape, but of course that is still going to be very traumatic to know what he did to those poor women, and to know that she would have been next. And again, it comes really recent after the it came really recent after the abduction that happened to her in episode 6. So yeah, after being kidnapped by a man as well, who was very unhinged as well. So yeah. But it was just very, very horrifying because of what he how he was collecting that people's hair, how he was collecting fingers and all. It was very disturbing, as well as just his entire psyche all around. It is just very, very horrific. And yeah, it was a well done episode, but I just I just felt so bad for Scully throughout this entire, because this episode she was entirely she was just phased, she was just shaken, understandably. Again, it's not just the fact that she has not long been abducted, but she even said it herself. Like, she has been trained to separate herself from, the people that she has operated on. But of course, when you got to take into account what happened to her a few episodes ago, as well as the fact that this can happen. This can happen in the real world. It just starts to bubble up. And that's it, though, because, again, it's not just the fact that, as a viewer, you know that this shit can happen in the real world. But even if you were in, like, Scully's position where, you think back to this time last season, and she was very pessimistic about Mulder's beliefs, for example, these kinds of people can still exist in the real world. So, yeah. Now, of course, Scully's mindset in terms of believability has definitely grown, as we've showcased, but it is still something that is sadly just realistic. Your likes of Bigfoot and all of that. It could be possible in this world, but monsters like Donnie do exist, and yeah. And I did like what they did in terms of like showcasing, because it wasn't like he was a shapeshifter, like with him morphing into that monstrous form or whatever. That was just the embodiment of who he was. You can't look past someone like Donnie, you can only just see a monster. You can't look past anything like that, because that's what he is, and that's what people like him are. They are just monsters, and that's clear as out. So, yeah. But man, I mean, it was just really, really heartbreaking. And then, he even had that therapy session. Yeah. So, but I even loved, like, Mulder's involvement as well. Like, once there was the idea that Scully was abducted, he was going to be on this again. Like, he knew he was torn up about Scully getting abducted for because that's it, though. Whereas obviously Scully's mindset is going to be taking more precedence in terms of this whole situation. You also got to think about what's going on inside Mulder's head as well. So, because he was, you saw him in that, like, vampire-esque episode, about how, kind of lifeless he was in a sense, just because Scully had been taken, and not just that, though, but given the fact that you think back to Samantha being taken, and she has never returned, as well as the fact that this seemed like history repeating itself, couldn't blame him for being torn up. And now the same shit's happened again, where she's been abducted by this deranged man. So yeah, because that's it, though. When it came to that guy in episode 5 and 6, he was the one that delivered that was key in order for Scully to be abducted. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, it was just sickening all throughout, and again, the script did really, really well in highlighting the monstrous side that Donnie presents. So yeah. But yeah, just the amount of care as well that Mulder had for Scully as well during like that moment where he rescued her, and she was trying to put up a tough front before breaking down, was just heartbreak. Because that's it, though, she will try to put up a tough front, which is understandable, but yeah. Obviously, you can try to. I think with Scully, she can try to bottle up emotions, which, you know, I'll always say something about bottling up emotions anyways, but she likes to be tough. She likes to be very, very strong. She is very determined and doesn't let anything get to. But of course, when you go through something like that, not just that though, but what, months after you were abducted, it's yeah, you can't blame her for breaking. So for Mulder to just be there was just yeah, especially when you got to consider the fact that Scully even said she trusts Mulder with her life, and in that moment, at the very end, she's allowing herself to be vulnerable to Mulder, which, you know, yeah, it was heartbreaking. And she needed that support more than ever if she was going to be very open to anyone in terms of not just trust, but it's also trusting him with her emotions as well. Yeah, she's going to allow herself to be vulnerable to Mulder. So, and they do look out for each other's backs. So, yeah. But yeah, it is. It was just really well done in terms of, like I said, seeing someone like Donnie, in terms of creating this writing, in terms of some of the dialogue, because it was really riveting in terms of detailing about how you think you can see the most heinous cases, and then you can just get paralyzed like Scully was, and that's it though. Like, I think it was even Mulder who was, there was something about not being able to grasp their mindset and something, because that's it though, you just cannot. You just think, you're one life and this is how you use it. And it's just so sickening how you can, like, yeah, there might be backstory to how a person started off in terms of being so heinous. That doesn't excuse it though, in my opinion. So it's just really, really revolting. But yeah, really well done episode. Really difficult because it was very tough, but it was really, really well done. So yeah. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!